welcome. You're watching Your Money Matters here at NDTV Profit. I'm Mahima Vachhrajani. Today we're going to throw light on three different topics. The first one that we've chosen for you is how to build on passive income in 2026. And to talk exactly about this, we're joined by Rohin Pagriwala, who's the founder of Pagriwala Investments, joining us now. Rohin, thank you so much for taking out the time, and a very happy new year to you and your family. My first question to you with regards to this passive income topic is that everyone wants passive income, right? But very few get it right. In 2026, what does real passive income actually look like is my first question to you.
Sure. Thank you for having me on the show, Mahima. Happy New Year to all your viewers and to you and your families. So let's just spend a minute to first define what's passive income, right? So passive income is something where you're generating money for consumption, for use, without having to actively work for it. So for example, you've made some investments, you're getting dividends out of that, or you're getting some kinds of returns out of that. That is passive income. Side hustles, jobs like photography, which you may do at the side to earn some extra money, website creations, etc., are not what I'd call passive income. Those are sort of second incomes, third incomes, side hustles, call it what you will. Yeah, so passive income is that. Now, there are a variety of options or ways to generate passive income depending on the individual's comfort level, risk appetite, size of corpus that they have, etc. And I'll just list down some of those for you, for our viewers as well. Simple ones, the traditional ones are, let's say, dividend stocks, right? You put money into high dividend stocks, and you could get dividends ranging from 3, 4, 5%, as high as 8% as well. Some high dividend stocks could be Vedanta, Coal India, Hindustan Zinc, and so on. So that's a very traditional way of generating what I'd say passive income. You could obviously also do FDs or fixed return products, so insurance policies, bonds, deposits in banks, deposits in corporates. Very, very straightforward ways of generating a passive income. There are some newer age opportunities, right? So, for example, there you can buy InvITs, or what I call infrastructure investment trusts, or real estate investment trusts, right? These are relatively newer avenues which give you a high dividend, ranging from 4-5% to as high as 13%, and that becomes a source of passive income as well. Another new opportunity that's emerging is what is called P2P lending, which is peer-to-peer lending, right? Or also called person-to-person. That's a higher risk avenue, but that can also generate some passive income, and there are ways to do that. But the most common or the most recommended practice, depending on the size of the corpus, is to use mutual funds to do this, where you sort of invest a certain amount of money, create multiple buckets, and ensure that you're doing an SWP or a systematic withdrawal plan from one of those buckets to run your expenses.
Got it. The next question that I had is that, the viewers who watch us vary in the range from, 25 years to almost 50 years. How do you think that, two different categories of age groups, let's say somebody who's in their 25 or 30s versus that of 50s, think differently about building passive income?
A lot of the younger people I've observed this a few times, a lot of the younger people are willing to take higher risks to generate a passive income. So they're happy to do this through equity. Many people consider equity trading as a passive income, though I would not call that passive income, nor would I recommend doing something like that. But the key difference in my mind is that the younger generation wants to take a higher risk to be able to eventually retire early or get financial freedom earlier. The older generation have a larger corpus. They've all obviously worked much longer to earn that corpus, and therefore are much more conservative in the ways that they choose to generate that passive income.
Okay. In terms of, the behavior when it comes to passive income, right? Is it more about what product are you choosing, or is it more about systems and discipline? How would you define passive income?
A mix of both, but products would matter a lot. And I would say it will matter more because you could do this through equity investments, you could do this through fixed income investments, you could do this through, like I said, new age avenues like P2P lending and so on. So I mean, the product or the risk that you take will define how much passive income you can generate and for how long you can sustain that, right? Behavior matters, but when somebody is looking for passive income, I'm assuming that it is with the intention of being able to either quit your job or in the future be able to retire or get financial freedom to pursue something else. So that discipline will matter. The process of saving regularly, etc., and building a sizable corpus. But eventually, where you put that money is going to be material in arriving at how much passive income you can generate.
Okay. Do you think passive income can replace your salary income realistically, or that is oversold?
It can, and I've done that. I mean, you're seeing a live example of that. So I've
Okay.
replaced my salary income. It's taken me a few years to do that, and meticulous planning and a lot of discipline. But I would just warn people and viewers that lots of people on social media keep talking of retiring early as you know as a means of stopping work. I don't think that concept is something that is. I mean, I would not recommend that. You can retire early or quit work to do something else, but under no circumstances should someone think of retiring early as in I'm not going to do anything else, because that will first mentally kill you and then eventually physically cause damage.
Makes sense. So then why don't you tell us, Rohit, if, I mean, for example, if somebody starts with a 10,000 rupee per month, what's the sensible passive income roadmap? Let's say if they start doing that from 2026 and beyond that.
Well, it depends on when that passive income start needs to be generated, but the simple thumb rule to follow is about 3 to 4% withdrawal. So let's say you have 10,000 rupees a month, which is, or let's say for simplicity, somebody has 1 crore rupees already accumulated. Then typically 3 to 4 lakh rupees of withdrawal you can make, and that's your passive income. So that's about what 40,000 a month, right? So on a crore rupees, about 40,000 a month. Why 3 to 4%? Because you want the rest of your the corpus that remains invested to also grow at a rate which is faster than inflation. So you want your capital to be preserved, your capital to grow and grow at a rate faster than inflation, yet be able to withdraw some money to generate that passive income. So 3 to 4% is a good reference point.
Okay. All right. Rohin, one mistake that can completely derail your passive income plans.
Um, I think a sequence of return risk is a big risk. So you have to give your corpus adequate time to generate that return. And if you happen to, let's say, build a corpus of, let's say, 1 CR or 5 CR, whatever that number might be, you build that corpus, then you say, okay, I'm not going to work anymore, I'm going to do something else, and you're not earning enough. And at that point of time, let's say you've got 50-60% in equity markets and markets correct, then you're running a big risk. So you've got to give it at least 4 or 5 years. The corpus has to be there for 4 or 5 years for you to start, thinking of quitting your job or whatever you want to do after that.
Okay. Okay. One last question, Rohin, with regards to the way markets have done in 2025, right? 2025 was a year of consolidation for the markets. But overall, if you take a look at the history, our economy is pro-equity, but in a volatile environment, right? Which passive income streams do you think will be the most reliable this year in 2026?
I think for retail investors, it's more often than not mutual funds, because they're well regulated. They have diversification, they have flexibility. So all the attributes that you want from a product, I would think mutual funds will offer that.
All right, okay. All right, Rohin, thank you so much for giving us those insights. I think everybody or anybody who's watching this show and wants to understand with regards to how they can start building their passive income has probably taken away a lot from this conversation. So thank you so much for taking out the time and speaking with us at NDTV Profit.
Thank you, my pleasure.